People's wages need to keep up with inflation, at the very least. Because if you cannot afford the gas in your car to get to the job, that's a problem. You know, and so that is an economic issue. That is about our state economy, because if more people had money in their pocketbooks, they're going to be more inclined to spend that locally, you know, be involved in their community. I think Americans and Mainers deserve an increase in their pay. And that goes for a lot of folks. And again, the more opportunities we can give for people to be lifted out of poverty, the less reliant on social services and the social safety net. So when people say, Justin, I want welfare reform. Justin, I want to get people off the system. Great. So that means you support minimum wage. Because the more money they have in their pockets, the less they're going to be using those social services and the taxpayer dollars. So I think a lot of these issues go hand in hand. And when you're so concerned, and I know this because my mom raised me on food stamps. She was a single mom for a period of time, and for a temporary amount of time, we had to use some services. We were in housing that was provided from the state. We were in a situation where she had to work herself out of a difficult time. For those periods of time that we struggle, we have to lift people up out of poverty, and you do that by having good paying jobs. And when you have corporations that abuse the system, where we give tax breaks after tax breaks to these multinational corporate interests, mainly because they're donating money into legislators' PACs, which again comes full circle, you end up in a situation where we're giving corporate welfare away. So when we want to talk about welfare reform, let's also talk about corporate welfare. Now, I voted for welfare reform when it came to banning purchase of certain products on TANF, so alcohol, cigarettes, gambling. That was really important to me and in my constituents, that we recognize that you don't abuse the system, whether you're a corporation or an individual, because that money needs to be going to the people that genuinely need it, like my mom needed it, okay? And so to me, that was an issue that was bipartisan.